Hello and welcome to this edition of Designing Spaces, the show that's all about you and your space, your home and surroundings. I'm Debbie Murray.
And I'm David Jones. You know, spring, just a couple of weeks away. Time to get started on some spring cleaning.
And not just spring cleaning, but how about some spring projects to make sure the household is running smooth and have it looking its best.
That's right. We got you covered on today's show, starting down in the basement, working right out into the yard.
A well-oiled machine, literally, as you'll see.
That's right. And speaking of yards, we have some advice and some tips on how to make your backyard a beautiful green oasis. That and a lot more.
So stick around and see it all right here on Designing Spaces. On Designing Spaces, many households are tightening the belt. With the economy down, we're trimming the budget, which is all we can do to make ends meet.
Well, Designing Spaces teamed up with some really good friends to help one such family. You know, if you can save a few dollars in just one area of the home, those are dollars saved for essential needs.
Something that was taken for granted can now become a little blessing. Watch.
Your bedroom. Your first priority here is a good night's sleep. But if possible, you also want this room to reflect your style and personality. And let's face it, those things change over time, sometimes even from season to season. But who can afford to redecorate their bedroom every few months? Well, today in Designing Spaces, we're going to show you how you can keep your bedroom decor fresh, lively, and of course, stylish. We're welcoming Cindy McKenzie, Vice President of Brand Management for Springs Global, one of the world's leading home furnishing companies, and Edward Cardimona. He's Chief Global Creative Officer for Springs Global. Edward and Cindy, welcome back to the show again.
Thank you. It's great to be here again.
It's great to have you, especially because I'm really excited to show our viewers how they can incorporate the seasons into their bedrooms. And particularly this episode, we're focusing on winter.
That's right. And winter is such an important time period to really focus on. So you think about it, the days are getting shorter. There's more time when it's dark. You really want to think about creating that nest within your bedroom, a place to be cozy and sort of make your own.
We like to think about wardrobing your bedroom the way you wardrobe yourself in winter. You think about layers, quilted vests, sweaters, scarves. We think about the bedroom exactly the same way.
I would love to have my bedroom reflect that, and I'm sure Diana, the homeowner, is excited to do that too. So why don't we invite her in?
Great.
Diana, come on in.
Hi,
Welcome to your bedroom, Diana.
Hi.
Yes, I'm excited you're here.
Thanks.
Great. So what would you like to get out of this room?
Well, our kids are grown now, and we never really put that much energy, and time into the room. So we would like to create an oasis, if you will, for my husband and I.
So let's talk specifically about the focal point of every bedroom, the bed.
It's tired. I mean, it's
Tired?
I hate to say this is almost about 10 years old. And
Wow.
we would just, because it's cold out now, we would just like to have something that's very warm and inviting feeling, because right now it isn't. And we don't spend that much time in here.
And a space for the two of you to really retreat to.
Exactly, because we do all our reading and that type of thing in another room, and we'd like to maybe make it more of a place that we're comfortable to come into.
So let's talk about the furniture. The headboard, the side tables, very ornate and global in nature.
We travel a lot, and we have just, every time we walk into a hotel room, we have this great experience. You walk in, everything's luxurious, there's beautiful things on the walls and everything, and if we can, we'd like to recreate that luxurious hotel experience.
Well, we have some great ideas for you,
Okay.
and I think some will be a little surprising with color and even flow of the bedroom. So I think you're going to be pleased.
So is that you telling us that you're ready to get started?
I think we're ready.
We're ready.
All right,
Okay.
well, that's your cue to exit.
I'm
and
excited. Okay.
We will see
we
you
will let
later.
them do
Thank you
their
so much.
magic.
Thank you.
See you.
See you later, Diana.
You know, the way we think about wardrobing the bed, we really think about it the same way when we look at our apparel. So in spring and summer, you have less layers and lighter fabrics. In fall and winter, you start to layer yourself with sweaters, vests, and jackets. So think about your bed the same way. It all begins with the comforter or the duvet, and the next layer could be a quilt or coverlet. A third layer, if necessary, could be a woven or knit blanket. That gives you enough layers to keep you warm at night, and also enough that you can start to remove layers as the weather starts to become warmer. And that's really what made the winter bed. But what's the season that follows winter? It's spring. So people really want that sense of optimism as they begin the new year. So with a simple removal of the coverlet, removal of the blanket, all of SpringMade's products are fully reversible. We reverse this bed, introduce a new deck pillow, and you're ready for spring. Well, Cindy, I think we're almost done.
This is the finishing touch.
So let's go get Michelle and Diana.
Sounds great.
Edward and Cindy, I can't say enough. You guys did such an
Thank you.
incredible job in this room.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. The first thing when you walk in, the energy, the flow, it's just so light and airy. And then the linens, my goodness, they're beautiful. The layering, the colors, it's just gorgeous. I think Diana is going to be overwhelmed.
I think
We
so.
hope so. Yes. Well, what do you say we call her in?
Let's
Sounds
do it.
great. Diana, come see your new room.
Oh, looks like a 5-star resort.
Welcome to Chez Diana.
Yes, it's wonderful. It's so light and airy.
Well, the first thing we did was we looked at the flow of the room. We moved everything out, and we moved the bed to the opposite wall. So every morning, you wake up to your beautiful backyard.
It's the oasis I wanted.
And you know, one of the things that we really wanted to address was the need for this winter bedding and the use of layering we talked about. So we've added in a blanket here and a quilt. The collection is SpringMade. It's called Laren. And this allows you to create the amount of warmth that you need, you know, depending on how cold it is.
Right. So the colors are so light and beautiful.
Unexpected, right?
Yes, I thought I would think of darkness in the winter.
And most
you know?
people do. But you're ready for winter, but also because Laren from SpringMade is reversible, you're also ready for spring.
Oh, lovely.
Two looks in one.
Lovely,
Beautiful.
lovely. I love it.
So can you let our viewers know where they could get the SpringMade products?
So you can find this brand at springmade.com and Target stores nationwide.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for creating an oasis for Diana.
We hope you like it.
I love it. Thank you so
So
much.
glad.
Thank you.
Diana, enjoy your new bedroom. I know I
We will.
would.
Thank you. Yes, we will. Thank you.
And if you would like to see the show again or find out more information, you can visit us on designingspaces.tv, where you can also find a link to springmade.com. For Designing Spaces, I'm Michelle Russo. See you next time.
All right, what do we have next?
Okay, well, oh, you know what? We're out of time for today.
Already?
Already.
Well, that means you have to watch next week. This is Designing Spaces. I'm David Jones.
And I'm Debbie Marie, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.